Hello everyone, my name is Muiwa Adedayo. I'm a lecturer. I'm also an educational neuroscientist. Today, my organization, Edubrenics Africa Consultant Limited, we are currently training teachers, we're training school owners, we're training education students, parents, school leaders, school administrators, etc. And the concept that we've launched on the education industry is called a masterclass in educational neuroscience. It contains, this is the curriculum of the course itself. Look at it, 1 to 25 topics that every information, every idea, every knowledge that a school owner or an educator needs in order to become competent on the job, in order to be able to solve some academic learning challenges or academic problems and challenges in the education system has been covered. For example, we have some courses that cover academic learning challenges like dyslexia, like dyscalculia, like dyspraxia, like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, etc. If you register for this course, you have access to world-class information that will make you an outstanding teacher or a competitive school owner. Then, apart from these academic learning challenges, we also have some courses that cover challenges like slow learners or struggling learners and poor performing learners. There are ideas based on research, based on personal experience, because I've taught for close to 20 years. I ended up becoming a lecturer in a private university and a college of education respectively. Then in addition to those 25 topics, we also have what is called there's one particular course that is after my heart, and it is directed or it is dedicated to students, kids and pupils who have Down syndrome, who have autism. Those individuals that are referred to as the neurodivergent learners, kids, etc. We have therapies, what is called AIT, academic interventions and therapies that a school owner can really apply to helping these neurodivergent students in his or her learning environment. The course is a must for every school owner, for every educator, and I'm going to really extend it to every parent who believes that there's a connection between brain knowledge and maybe neuroparenting. Because neuroparenting is one of the courses or one of the seminars that we will giving out for free in order just to enlighten parents about the importance of the brain in the marriage institution. So if you know you're interested, please you can just drop a comment. You can you can reach me through my email, etc. Then as I speak to you, we've not only trained teachers all over Nigeria, we're beginning to have some teachers from other and school owners from other parts or some other countries in Africa like Ghana, Equatorial Guinea and South Africa respectively. Gradually, our intention is not only to cover the entire African continent, but to spread the message of educational neuroscience all over the world. Either we like it or not, this is an age of the brain, and educational neuroscience is the #1 factor in global education system. As I speak to you, advanced educational systems like the United States, like the United Kingdom, like the OECD countries, that includes France, Germany, Belgium, etc. They are currently taking educational neuroscience seriously. In fact, there is a body of deans, that a body that consists of professors from different universities. They are currently clamoring for the fact that whoever wants to end up in the education system in America must have a modest understanding of the brain, which is educational neuroscience. And I strongly believe, or without any doubt, when America sneezes, the whole world catches cold. Since America is at the forefront, to saying that educational neuroscience becomes an integral part of the educational system, the entire world will soon follow suit. And do not forget that after all, America is the home it is the home of educational neuroscience, because educational neuroscience was born in America in 19 1989. So that is for that. Then I just want to quickly say this. If you look at this book, yes, this is one of my 5 books. I published like 5 books, and if you know you're interested, okay, please, you can just send me an email. The book was published in the United States of America. The book was born, evolved as a result of an article that I published in the Punch newspaper. The article was published twice, and because of the feedback that I got all over the world, okay, with regard to people who read the article online, I decided to really convert the article into a book. In fact, it was the forward of the book. Look at it. It was forwarded by Professor Clement Fasson. He also read the article. We met. I went to the campus. We met, and he promised to write the forward of the book. So the forward was written by a Don, okay, in the education sector. He was then the Dean, Faculty of Education, Lagos State University, LASU. So that is for the intro. So today's topic simply is what is dyslexia to hyperlexia. If you look at it, dyslexia to hyperlexia. Dyslexia is a topic that my team and I that we've been working on and sharing insights and training and empowering teachers, okay, who register for our course, both physically and online. And simply, dyslexia is, I call it a brain disease. A brain disease because the circuits, okay, that are responsible for reading, okay, these circuits have been altered, okay, or they are wrongly, okay, laid down in the brain, and that is why most dyslexics find it very difficult, okay, to really read, to spell, to comprehend, and to write. So, excuse me. Now, according to Wikipedia, okay, and other experts, okay, on dyslexia, dyslexia is simply a neurological, okay, impairment. It is a kind of a disturbance, or it is a disruption to the circuits that are dedicated to reading in the brain. Do not forget that we are not born, okay, to read. We are born to speak. Okay, evolution, or God Almighty has already designed, okay, the linguistic network and system in the brain. Okay, that is why you see a child who is born, okay, today. Okay, within the next 2 years, the child will begin to speak. But if that child is not exposed, okay, to the mechanism and framework, okay, of reading, the child will end up becoming what? An illiterate. The child will not be able to read. So the point I'm trying to make is this: that while we are all born to speak, we are never born to read. Reading is what is a cultural invention. In fact, some cognitive neuroscience scientists, okay, like Professor S. Dahen, okay, the inventor of the letterbox, okay, in the brain, if is one of the pioneers, okay, in the field. So he said that reading, okay, evolved about 5,000 years ago. So in addition to that, do not forget that human beings are not born to read. That reading is what it is, a cultural invention, that humans invented what reading. And there are 2 types of dyslexia. Basically, there are other branches, but there are 2 types, major types of dyslexia. One is called the developmental dyslexia, or the inherited dyslexia. The inherited dyslexia has to do with the fact that if your parents have dyslexia, okay, the probability becomes higher that you also might end up having dyslexia. Then the other one is called what? The acquired dyslexia. The acquired dyslexia could be as a result of maybe some kind of injury, okay, to the brain, what is called TBI, a traumatic brain injury, especially if that injury occurred in the left part of the brain. It might affect some of the circuits. It might affect the Broca's area, the Wernicke's area, the visual word formation area. It could affect the occipital temporal, the ventral occipital temporal cortex, etc., which might result in acquired dyslexia. So dyslexia simply, it is that difficulty that an individual experiences as a result of due to the inability to make sense of the printed word. That, for example, for a dyslexic, reading this thing is going to be really difficult. In fact, there are some there are degrees of dyslexia. There are some who as soon as they see the printed word, they see it as like waves. That the printed words move move on the page. Some the letters are placed wrongly. So there are degrees of dyslexia, and it is as a result of the abnormal wiring of the circuits and the networks that are dedicated to to reading. So dyslexic find it very difficult to do to read, to write, to spell, etc. There are famous individuals in the world today who are known to be dyslexic. The founder of Virgin Atlantic, Richard Branson, is dyslexic. The strongest man in the world, according to the Guinness Book of Records, Navy SEAL, former Navy SEAL captain, his name is David Goggins. He is also dyslexic. Steven Spielberg, one of the greatest directors in the world, one of the leading, the big wigs in Hollywood, he is dyslexic. I recently learned that Messi, Messi, the great Messi, the greatest the greatest of all time footballer, is also dyslexic, and so many other people. The reason is this: these individuals are not dull, they are not dunces, they are super intelligent, but it's just that their brains are wired differently. We refer to them as the neurotypicals. The neurotypicals, or we are the neurotypicals, because we don't I'm not dyslexic. They are the neurodivergent. So that is what dyslexia is all about, and there are so many factors that might cause dyslexia, especially acquired dyslexia. Like it could be systemic. If you attend a very poor school, you might end up having acquired dyslexia. You will find it very difficult to read. If you have this poor background, if your parents are illiterate, when you were growing, they never built your language system. They never spoke vocabulary words. They never told you stories. They never read books to you. If they say, you might really end up becoming disadvantaged when you get to school. And unfortunately, if you find yourself in an academic environment that is substandard, it might also lead to acquired dyslexia. So in our training, we have lots of factors that lead to dyslexia, and we have solutions, interventions. In fact, presently, one of the leading technologies for treating dyslexia is known as TMS. That is transcranial. It is known as a transcranial magnetic stimulation. It has to do. It is a technology that is actually put on the scalp of individuals who are dyslexic, and some currents are sent to the left part of the brain. And when this thing is administered by a professional, by an expert, you discover that those neurons yes, the linguistic neurons, the reading neurons, the vowel, the consonant neurons, etc. Okay, they become active, and gradually, okay, that child, okay, or that dyslexic individual, okay, might end up acquiring the skill of reading. So these are the ideas that I strongly believe, okay, are worth sharing with the world. Then the other one is, what is hyperlexia? If you register for our course, we are going to expose you to different academic interventions and therapies, okay, that will help you become so competent on the job. You'll be able to really identify the symptoms, okay, of dyslexia and to make necessary recommendations. Then simply because we've discovered that most teachers, about, okay, there was a survey that was conducted, and it was discovered that about 70% of teachers in Nigeria are ignorant, ignorant about what dyslexia is all about. So our training presently, we are disseminating information, and gradually, okay, teachers are beginning, okay, to get themselves acquainted with what dyslexia is, how to really solve it, and the steps, okay, to really take in order to help a dyslexic learner in the learning environment. So hyperlexia is simply the capacity to read and to read excellently. For example, if a child is about maybe 2 or 3, and if that child's reading fluency, okay, is commensurate with a child in secondary school, okay, that means that child is hyperlexic. Hyperlexic is that capacity, is that innate ability to read and to read excellently, okay, and not only to read excellently, but if that excellent reader is an underage, so it means that child has hyperlexia. So in our course, okay, one of the goals, okay, is to make sure that we equip teachers, so that teachers will go into the classroom and help their dyslexic learners, kids, etc., okay, to move away from dyslexia into the hyperlexic, league, okay, or club or fraternity. That is just the idea. The other idea is the dyslexia and lexia. Lexia just means, okay, the ability, okay, to read and write and to really understand the printed word. On the final note, dyslexia, apart from the fact that it is a neurological, okay, disorder, the fundamental factor responsible for dyslexia is simply the inability, okay, of a dyslexic individual, okay, to do what? To understand phonology and orthography. Phonology has to do with the sounds that alphabets, that symbols, okay, represent. Okay, orthography simply has to do with those alphabets. And do not forget, those alphabets, they do what? They carry meanings. They carry specific sounds. For example, everybody knows that this is the ABC. Okay, do you know that this A the sound of this A can be dynamic? Okay, the sound of this A can change, okay, depending on some group of letters, okay, that the alphabet is appearing with. Okay, let me give you let me go further in this, okay, brief explanation. When this is when you put BLE, it becomes able. It becomes able. But when you put A here, despite the fact that it is able here it becomes it becomes apple. And if you look at this one, ALTER, here it becomes alter, and here AIR, you can see it here, it becomes what? Air. So here it is able, here is apple, here is altar, while here is air. Okay, that is one of the reasons, or the fundamental factor that is responsible for dyslexia, is the inability of the of the dyslexic brain, okay, to understand what is called phonemics, or phonics, or phonemes. Okay, it is simply about what? Phonemic blindness. It is the bedrock, it is the pillar, it is the major cause of dyslexia in the entire world. Okay, the inability, okay, of the brain to really understand that there is a difference, okay, between what? Orthography and phonology. If you register for our course, everything will be revealed to you. I have had clients, okay, that were dyslexic, and I applied some principles. I applied some academic interventions and therapies, and today I've taken them from what? From that dyslexia zone, okay, into lesia zone. So they are on their ways, okay, to what? To becoming hyperlexia. So thank you so much. Please, if you have any questions, okay, regarding what I've shared with us thus far, you're free to send me a chat, send me an email. I will definitely respond. Dyslexia is one of the greatest tragedies of the human race. In the 21st century, any child who is dyslexic, the child has the tendency, okay, the probability becomes very high that the child might not succeed, because we are in a knowledge driven economy that is foundation, okay, on the ability to read, write, to do calculations, etc. And there's a connection between, okay, dyslexic impairment and mathematical failure. So dyslexia is not only important in the field of English language, it also affects, okay, mathematical aptitude. So thank you so very much for your time. My name once again is Adedayo Olumuyiwa. I am an educational neuroscientist, an author, and an individual who is currently, okay, sharing knowledge, okay, on his Facebook page to the entire world for free. You can join me also on Facebook. Okay, you just to my Facebook page is Adedayo Olumuyiwa. Thank you so very much, and as I see you in the next video.